So look at these twists, aren't they cute? I think this is just such a cutesy little style. I think it's just a cutesy little style. And so here we go. Let me just give you guys some angles, okay? This is a week. I think this is just such a cutesy little style, y'all. I think it's just so cute. Hey, you guys, it's Teresa. I'm back with another video. And today, I just want to do a little bit of a rewind. I recently shared a video about 5 of the foods that have truly helped to transform my hair from the inside out. When I started on this journey to eating healthy, it was not for the sake of my hair. And recently, this photo right here popped up and I said, you know what? I don't think I ever really shared on YouTube my journey to health and wholeness when it came to how I was eating. Back in 2019 was when all of the things in my life completely transformed. At that time, I had my baby and she was about 4 months old, and I noticed that her skin was completely inflamed. She had skin that was oozing. She had patches all over her skin. So I, of course, like any new mom would do who was not aware of the more holistic approaches to our lifestyle, I went to the doctor and I said, hey, like, this is what's going on with my daughter's skin. Like, can you help me? And instantly she said, oh, your daughter has eczema. And what I recommend is some cortisone shots, and you can start to put this cortisone cream on her skin and it should clear up. And I said, there has to be a better way. There has to be a way where I'm not injecting my baby with a bunch of just things. There has to be another way. It has to be coming from something I'm doing because she is exclusively breastfed. There is nothing else. I'm barely washing her body with soap. I'm using mostly water, and she's 4 months old. What is really going on? Well, the doctor looked at me and I looked at her and she said, well, and I said, well, what? What's going on? She said, well, you can try to cut out all of the top 8 allergens, but most moms find it extremely difficult. Something fiery rose up within me because I felt challenged. One, you almost put me in a box and like I'm just like every other mom, and you basically told me that I can't do it. So I felt challenged in that sense, but it was in a good way because I felt fiery. Like I gotta prove to her that I can do this. On that day, back in 2019, my husband and I cold turkey cut out everything. Meat, no dairy, no processed sugars, no processed foods. Anything that had egg, dairy, wheat on the package, we did not eat it. And so by default, we embraced a very whole foods diet. Lots of arugula, lots of green leafy vegetables, lots of chickpeas, lots of quinoa, and just real grains. We ate a lot of that. And so within 2 weeks, actually within 11 days, I want to show you guys a picture. This is 11 days apart. Look at this picture. 11 days, y'all. Her skin cleared up like that. She looks like a brand new baby. And so I said, well, I'm planning to breastfeed my child for, you know, however long, I mean, at least a year, if not longer. So I had a whole 8 months left to go in that year time frame. I am going to do this thing. And so that is how my journey started with this like holistic, whole foods, like kind of lifestyle. And I do not like labels. So I never embraced or claimed to be vegan or vegetarian. I didn't like labels. I just said, hey, I eat whole foods. I try to minimize the processed foods that I eat, and I try to eat more holistic. So here I am today. Over the course of the past few years, what has really helped me to stay the course, even though I did dabble a little bit here and there. Did I have a slice of pizza here and there? Yeah, I did. Okay. Did I have some regular cake? Yes, my birthday was just recently in December, and your girl, my mom, always makes me a real cake she makes me a cake, y'all, and my mom is a fantastic baker. And so did I have a piece of this cake? Yes, I had 3, okay? Overall, my lifestyle is dairy-free, and it is very much so filled with whole, real, yummy foods that come from the earth that are not processed. And I never thought that I would ever be the girl looking in a camera to say that this is my lifestyle. I was never somebody who loved Brussels sprouts. I was never someone who ate spinach all the time. I was never someone who would boil just like literally pounds of sweet potatoes, mash it up, and just eat that throughout the week with like pumpkin seeds and chia seeds and all the yummy things. I was not that seedy, nutty girl. I wasn't her. And I do have a nut allergy, but peanuts are fine. They're legumes. Chickpeas and Brussels sprouts and, you know, organic, just one ingredient pasta. I didn't think I would be this girl, but here I am. And so today I want to share with you 5 things that have helped me to stay the course on this journey and to really make this a lifestyle. That first thing that I had to do was, one, shift my mindset. If you're somebody who is trying to get into a space where you're living healthy, living holistically, living in a space of health and wellness, whether that's with your life, with your hair, your body, whatever that thing you're trying to change, most often, if not always, it starts with your mindset. You have to stop telling yourself that you can't, and you have to start saying that I can and I will. Seeing the benefits of what I've been eating and how it's helped my body and my hair, I'm like, these results are too good to give them up and to try to do something else. And it won't be overnight. It takes time. You know, did we do it cold turkey? Yes. But I have a very, very cold turkey attitude when it comes to people telling me what I can do that I know will benefit me and benefit my family. I have a very watch me do it. I'm going to do it, and I did it. Another way I had to change my mindset was that, oh, it's going to be so expensive. When you really start to look at what you're buying and then what you can do with what you're buying, you'll realize that it's not as expensive as you may think. So shift your mindset as that first step. The second thing, which kind of goes with the first thing, remove those distractions. One of those major distractions for me was Instagram. I have not been on Instagram for over a year. I told my husband recently, I said, I think I accidentally posted something on Instagram because I was posting on Facebook, and I think it was a reel, which I don't usually post reels. I usually just post the videos, which come up as reels. But this time it was a real reel. It was a real reel. The thing was toggled over where it says also share to Instagram. And so something posted recently, but actively engaging and posting on Instagram, it's been over a year. And it has been so, so good for me. As wonderful and as amazing as we say social media is, for me, Instagram was definitely a distraction. Did I share a lot of content there? Yes. I also consumed way, way, way more than I contributed. And most of what I was consuming was speaking so against who I wanted to become. Everything is not a distraction. Everything is not bad. I know. But for me and the life that I want to live, I knew that I had to put it in its proper place. So that might be what you need to do. It's not necessarily a matter of removing things. Maybe you just need to get things in its proper place. So the third thing is you have to get focused. I had to get incredibly focused each time that I had to go through this season of, I guess, further refining the way that I was eating and my lifestyle of health and wholeness. This video is not to say that you have to eat a certain way. This video is not to say you have to have hair a certain way. This video is to say that whatever you decide to do, whatever goal you have set, whatever you and God got going on as far as what He's calling you to do, most often these things have to happen. I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling. And so our press forward and our focus is on what the Lord is calling us to. And so you have to get focused on what God wants for your life. What is God saying that you need to remove? Be very, very intentional and open and honest. And when He tells you to remove it, and also say, God, I removed this thing. What do I replace it with? How many replace it with more of you and more of the things that honor you and please you, right? And so I believe that as we have that as a heart posture, He will show us how to focus and what to focus on. The one thing in my life that has truly been so transformational is my consistency. When I keep thinking about how over the past year I've been working on my hair. I recently talked about my hair. And over the past year, it has been this consistent inch by inch by inch by inch, day by day by day, minute by minute by minute, year by year situation where I've gotten to a place where my hair is in a better condition. So being consistent with the right things. And then the last thing, I talk about this all the time, you have to trust God. You got to put all your faith and all your stock. That is the only place where you can put all your eggs in one basket and you will never be lacking. And so I'm choosing to trust Him with this journey. I'm choosing to trust Him now that we're in this whole new year. I have not arrived. This is another year to say, okay, God, where are we going from here? Okay, God, we're going to do this whole, natural, embracing the whole natural situation and doing these natural styles with no extensions. All right, God, bet, let's do it. Let's do this thing together. And so knowing that you are partnering with Him, partner with the Holy Spirit, partner with God, ask Him, Lord, what is it that you desire for my life? Or my life is just a mess. I don't know where to start. God, where do I start? Put me in the right place with the right people. Help me to see the right content, the right videos, or help me to remove the stuff that's in the way. Show me in your word where it can help me and guide me and direct me so that I am doing what you're calling me to do. So trust God. Y'all, I gotta go because my baby is crying, and that is my priority in this season. And I cannot wait to catch you in the next video. Bye.